Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation on a vital topic in cybersecurity. What does a Cyber GRC analyst do? Today, we'll explore how these professionals serve as key protectors of an organization's digital world. We'll look at how they manage governance, risk, and compliance, bridging the technical and regulatory sides of cybersecurity. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of their role in safeguarding organizations across various industries. So let's get started. Now, let's take a closer look at the role of Cyber GRC analysts. These professionals sit right at the crossroads of technology, security, and business objectives. Their main goal is to develop a structured and strategic approach to cybersecurity that not only protects the organization, but also aligns with its overall goals. They work to make sure that the security measures meet all relevant regulations and compliance requirements. One of their key responsibilities is creating comprehensive frameworks. These frameworks enable organizations to systematically assess risks, prioritize vulnerabilities, and address potential threats in a strategic way. It's about being proactive and organized in managing cybersecurity risks. When it comes to risk assessment, these analysts systematically identify vulnerabilities and analyze threats within the organization's digital environment. They prioritize these issues so that the most critical risks are addressed first, helping the organization stay ahead of potential security breaches. Another crucial aspect is policy development. Cyber GRC analysts create, implement, and enforce security controls and policies that support the business objectives. They ensure these policies are practical and aligned with the regulatory landscape, so security isn't just an afterthought but integrated into everyday operations. Finally, they oversee compliance management. This means making sure the organization adheres to all relevant laws, regulations, and standards. Think HIPAA, GDPR, or ISO 27001. Staying compliant isn't just about avoiding penalties. It's about building trust and ensuring that security practices are robust and recognized globally. Overall, their work is vital because it ties together technology, security, and business strategy, creating a resilient, compliant, and secure organizational environment. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key responsibilities involved in maintaining a robust security posture. First, risk assessments are fundamental. This involves thoroughly evaluating our security vulnerabilities and potential threats, then creating detailed risk profiles for our organizational assets. Essentially, we're identifying where we might be exposed so we can prioritize our defenses effectively. Next, compliance audits play a crucial role. These regular reviews help us ensure that we're meeting all regulatory requirements. It's not just about ticking boxes. We need comprehensive documentation to demonstrate our adherence to standards, which is vital during audits or inspections. Moving on, governance frameworks provide the structured approach we need to manage security consistently. By aligning with recognized industry standards such as NIST, ISO, and PCI DSS, we ensure our security practices are both effective and compliant, creating a solid foundation for our entire cybersecurity strategy. Lastly, security awareness is about the human element. Developing and supporting workforce training programs helps us strengthen this often overlooked line of defense. Educated employees are better equipped to recognize and respond to threats, making our security posture more resilient overall. All these responsibilities are interconnected and vital. They reinforce our overall theme today, that a comprehensive, proactive approach to security is essential to protect our organization from evolving threats. Now, let's talk about risk management and compliance, which are fundamental to maintaining a secure environment. First, we need to identify potential risks. This involves systematically analyzing our systems, processes, and controls to uncover vulnerabilities that could be exploited. Once we've identified these risks, the next step is to analyze them. We evaluate each risk based on its potential impact and the likelihood of occurrence, which helps us understand the possible business consequences. After understanding the risks, the goal is to mitigate them. This means implementing controls and strategies designed to reduce the risk to acceptable levels, safeguarding our operations and data. But risk management isn't a one-time effort. We need to continuously monitor these risks. This involves tracking risk indicators and assessing the effectiveness of our controls through metrics and regular reporting. Now, moving into advanced risk management functions, we incorporate third-party or vendor risk assessments, which are crucial since third parties can introduce additional vulnerabilities. We also conduct ongoing monitoring of these vendors to ensure continued compliance and security. When non-standard security situations arise, we have exception review processes in place to handle them appropriately. Another key aspect is residual risk analysis, which helps us understand what risks remain even after deploying controls. This informs our decision-making and further action plans. Additionally, preparing for regulatory examinations is essential. We need to facilitate these reviews effectively, demonstrating our compliance efforts. And finally, we leverage automated testing for continuous compliance validation, making sure our controls are always up to date and effective. All of these elements work together to create a comprehensive risk management and compliance framework that supports our overall security and operational integrity. Now, let's talk about how Cyber GRC analysts play a crucial role in shaping and enforcing our security policies. Think of them as the architects of our organization's security framework. They don't just create policies, they develop comprehensive guidelines that clearly define how we protect our information assets. But it's not a one-and-done process. They also make sure these policies stay relevant by updating them in response to new threats and changing regulations. When it comes to policy creation, these analysts craft detailed security procedures based on industry best practices and our specific business needs. It's about establishing clear, actionable rules that everyone can follow. Communication is another vital piece. They deploy strategic plans to make sure all stakeholders, from employees to management, understand what's required for compliance and how policies might evolve. Clear communication ensures everyone is on the same page, reducing confusion and strengthening our security posture. Monitoring effectiveness is equally important. They set up metrics to evaluate how well our security programs are working. Are they actually reducing risks and meeting our objectives? Regular tracking helps us identify gaps and improve continuously. And finally, in the unfortunate event of a security incident, these analysts provide investigative support and coordinate response activities. Their expertise helps us respond swiftly and effectively, minimizing potential damage. Overall, policy development and enforcement are fundamental to our security strategy, ensuring that our defenses are not only strong, but adaptable to the ever-changing landscape of cybersecurity threats. Now, let's take a closer look at the key skills and qualifications needed for this role. First up is framework knowledge. It's crucial to have a deep understanding of various risk management frameworks like the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, ISO 27001, and COBIT. These frameworks form the backbone of how organizations structure their security and compliance efforts. Next, we have regulatory expertise. This means being familiar with complex regulatory standards such as HIPAA, GDPR, PCI DSS, and SOC 2, as well as industry-specific requirements. Staying on top of these standards ensures that organizations remain compliant and avoid costly penalties. Moving on to communication skills. This is about the ability to translate technical concepts into language that non-technical stakeholders can understand. It's also essential for fostering collaboration across different departments, ensuring everyone is aligned and working toward common security goals. Then there are analytical abilities. Strong analytical skills allow you to assess intricate compliance requirements and security risks systematically. It's about approaching problems methodically and developing effective solutions. Finally, let's touch on some valuable certifications. Certifications like CRISC, which stands for Certified in Risk and Information Systems Control, CISA for Certified Information Systems Auditor, and CISM for Certified Information Security Manager, are highly regarded. Additionally, A lead auditor certification in ISO 27001 can really demonstrate your expertise in conducting audits and managing information security systematically. All of these skills and qualifications are essential for building a strong foundation in risk management and security, which ties directly into our overall theme of establishing resilient and compliant cybersecurity practices. Now, let's take a closer look at the tools and technologies that GRC analysts rely on to do their job effectively. One of the key elements is GRC platforms. These specialized platforms are essential because they help streamline governance, risk, and compliance processes all in one place. They offer centralized control, which means everything is easier to manage and oversee. Plus, they come with automated workflows that save time and reduce errors, and they also provide comprehensive reporting capabilities, so we can quickly get the insights we need. Some of the leading GRC platforms include RSA Archer, ServiceNow GRC, MetricStream, Zen GRC, and LogicGate. Each of these tools has unique features, but they all serve the core purpose of integrating various aspects of governance and risk management into a single, manageable system. In addition to these platforms, assessment tools play a crucial role. These include audit management software, vulnerability scanners, compliance testing platforms, and documentation systems. Together, these tools help us evaluate our security posture, ensure we're meeting regulatory requirements, and keep documentation organized. Another important aspect is integrations. GRC tools often need to connect seamlessly with other systems such as IT service management, procurement systems, privacy management tools, and security information systems. These integrations enable us to create a more cohesive security and compliance ecosystem, which is vital for responding quickly to threats and maintaining overall governance. By leveraging these tools and technologies, GRC analysts can work more efficiently, make better-informed decisions, and ensure that the organization stays aligned with its compliance and risk management objectives. This integration of technology is a critical part of our overall strategy to manage risk proactively and effectively. Now, let's take a look at some of the key industries where GRC professionals play a vital role. Starting with healthcare, it's all about protecting patient data. GRC analysts focus heavily on HIPAA compliance, making sure that sensitive medical information remains private and secure. They also ensure thorough audit trails are in place, which is crucial for maintaining trust and accountability in healthcare settings. Moving on to financial services, this industry faces a complex web of regulations. GRC experts here manage compliance with standards like SOX, PCI DSS, and anti-money laundering laws. Their goal is to keep financial transactions secure and transparent, while also navigating strict regulatory requirements to avoid penalties and protect consumers. In the technology sector, especially among software companies and tech giants, GRC professionals help achieve certifications like SOC 2 and ensure compliance with GDPR. These efforts are key to maintaining customer trust by demonstrating that robust security practices are in place. It's about building confidence through strong governance and data protection. Finally, in the public sector, government agencies, GRC analysts work within frameworks like NIST and FedRAMP. Their focus is on safeguarding critical infrastructure and ensuring compliance with stringent regulations. This work is essential for protecting national security and maintaining the integrity of public services. Overall, across these industries, GRC professionals tailor their efforts to meet specific regulatory demands while supporting the broader goal of risk management and trust. Their work is fundamental in helping organizations operate securely and responsibly in an increasingly regulated environment. Now, let's take a closer look at the career outlook and the potential impact of a career in governance, risk, and compliance. First, salary prospects are quite attractive. The average salary for entry-level GRC analysts hovers around $85,000 to $95,000, but with experience and certifications, professionals can earn between $125,000 and $150,000 or more annually. So, there's a clear financial incentive to develop expertise in this field. Moving on to job growth, the demand for information security analysts, including GRC specialists, is expected to grow significantly faster than the average over the next decade. This means robust opportunities for employment and career stability as organizations increasingly prioritize security and regulatory compliance. Another key point is the value of certifications. Professionals who hold industry-recognized credentials like CRISC or CISM can earn up to 66% more than their non-certified counterparts. Certifications not only boost earning potential, but also demonstrate a high level of expertise and commitment, which are highly valued in this field. Now, regarding career progression, there is a clear path upward. Starting as a GRC analyst, one can advance to senior GRC analyst, then GRC manager, followed by GRC director, and ultimately, the role of Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO. This progression reflects the increasing responsibility and strategic influence that comes with experience and leadership. Finally, it's important to recognize that the growing complexity of regulations and the rising cyber threats make GRC expertise more crucial than ever. This sustained demand creates strong opportunities for career growth and leadership roles for those who are dedicated to developing their skills in this area. Overall, a career in GRC offers not just financial rewards, but also the chance to be at the forefront of organizational security and compliance efforts. Now, let's take a moment to summarize the vital role of the Cyber GRC Analyst. At its core, this role is about governance, making sure that our cybersecurity strategies are fully aligned with the organization's goals, legal requirements, and industry best practices. It's about setting the right policies and ensuring they're effectively implemented. Moving on to risk management, this is where systematic approaches come into play. The analyst identifies potential security threats early, assesses their severity, and applies mitigation strategies before these threats can impact our business operations. Proactive management like this is essential in today's fast-evolving threat landscape. Compliance is another critical area. The analyst ensures that the organization adheres to complex regulatory requirements through careful policy development, regular audits, and thorough documentation. This helps us avoid legal penalties and demonstrates our commitment to security standards. The business liaison role is about communication. The analyst acts as a bridge between our technical security teams and executive leadership, translating complex security concepts into understandable language. This helps ensure that everyone is on the same page and that security measures support business objectives. Trust building is fundamental. Through transparent security practices and consistent regulatory compliance, the analyst fosters stakeholder confidence. When stakeholders trust that their digital assets are protected and that the organization adheres to standards, it strengthens overall security posture. In essence, Cyber GRC analysts are the strategic backbone of modern cybersecurity programs. They enable organizations to navigate complex regulatory environments, protect critical digital assets, and maintain the trust of stakeholders, all vital for long-term success.